Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to talk about how blogging changed my life twice. And I am going to inspire you to start taking blogging seriously and look at the possibility of blogging changing your life too. Can you do something that you love to do and still be successful? Can you mix hobby and profession? Have you ever considered the possibility that your hobby could potentially pay your bills and you can take blogging as a career path? If blogging, if executed correctly, can actually change your life. So what does it take to be successful in blogging? All of us are good at something. You just have to be good at one thing. And as a general rule, you go ahead and share what you are good at with your friends. And we have been doing it for quite some time throughout our life. If you want to genuinely help someone with something that you are good at, you are obviously going to share your thoughts. But it need not be restricted to your friends and family and the people around you. You can actually go ahead and start a blog, and believe me, it's not rocket science. You will learn how to start blogging and you will actually do a good job at it. Money and financial success and every other success that comes as a result of blogging would eventually start to come if you just focus on blogging and start having focus at helping your readers and people to whom you are writing to. So if you start blogging, I can say confidently that there is no guarantee of success. I don't know what success means to you, whether it's financial success, whether it's experiences or opportunities that you want to get, but if you keep giving the input, you are obviously going to get the output. So here I want to talk about the story of my blogging journey and how blogging changed my life. All I want to do here is inspire you with my blogging story, and I want to tell you how it changed my personal and professional life. It opened doors to a lot of opportunities that I knew that never existed. And it also gave me the financial stability and the ability to do something that I love day in, day out, full time, because now blogging has also started paying me. In 2008, I started this blog called bikeadvice.in because I was interested in motorcycles. All I wanted to do was write about motorcycles because at that time I discovered that there are not enough websites online which write about motorcycles which I wanted to read. So I started writing myself. The first article that I published was not the most perfect one. And I went to different showrooms and I told them that I want to buy this bike. I would pose as a buyer, get a test ride of the bike, take some pictures, and then I would post it online on my blog. So this was the first article that I published. It was a 150cc motorcycle. This was in August 6th, 2008. And obviously there was a resistance to publish it out, but it was as simple as writing an email to my friend who is looking to buy a motorcycle and doesn't know what motorcycle to buy. There's always going to be some bit of resistance like writer's block when you start publishing articles, but the key here is just to push it out and just get it done. I had some beginner's luck and it helped me grow in my blogging career. As soon as I published my first article and put it out there, on the very first day I got 22 visitors from Google search. The demand for such content was pretty high, so I was totally motivated looking at the bump in my analytics account. Then I persevered. I kept publishing 3 to 5 articles a week. I started going to different showrooms like Bajaj, Hero Honda, Honda. I would tell them that I want to buy a bike, I would test drive it, I would take a few pictures on my phone, and then I would go ahead and publish it online on my blog. I kept publishing 3 to 5 articles a week for almost 6 months without having any returns from it, just for the pure joy of writing something that my readers wanted to read. And eventually, as I started getting more traffic to my blog, I started having a readership base who were looking forward to new articles from my blog. So the results started coming in at a very small level after 6 months. I started making $100 a month from Google AdSense, from ads, and I kept reinvesting that $100 without taking that money out as my pocket money. Eventually, after 1 year of continuous blogging, some big opportunities started showing up. It was not just financial success, but something which you can't value, you cannot put a value on it. So 2009, I got a fully sponsored trip to China, and that was my second abroad trip, and that too to a country like China, which I don't think someone can go just like that. There are a lot of restrictions to go to certain cities. I got a journalist visa from the Chinese embassy, and I was invited there. I had an escort. I was treated as a journalist, and I was the only one from India to go as a motorcycle journalist there. So here you can see I am sitting next to the editor-in-chief of motorcycle.com. So motorcycle.com is one of the biggest motorcycle publications in the world, and they have been around since 1994. And even though there were a lot of other publications in India which were much bigger than me, since they didn't have an online presence and they didn't have the speed at which they kept publishing articles, so whenever there is a new bike launch, I would publish about it immediately. So since I had that speed, I was able to get such opportunities, and I never thought myself as a journalist or a person of the press, but I was treated like one, and this opportunity was amazing. I met 13 different journalists from 13 different countries, and it was one hell of an experience. I also got chance to ride Chinese motorcycles, test ride Chinese motorcycles. I got the opportunity to learn about Chinese culture, the food, the people, and once you go to a country and experience those things, your whole worldview changes. In 2011, I was able to clock almost 3.6 lakh unique visitors a month. The total page views went up to 13.7 million page views. I was not even looking at myself as a big company or a big publication company. I was just one blogger sitting at my parents' home in a small home office, and I hired freelance writers. I expanded to a team of 5 writers. These freelance writers were from different cities. They just kept contributing for the blog, and the exciting thing happened in 2012, where we were invited to Auto Expo, and we clocked 46,500 visitors on a single day. So all this happened because of blogging, and it kept growing. I also started a YouTube channel where I just used to take my handy cam. I would go out, take videos of the different cars and bikes available at the Auto Expo. I would just put it back on my YouTube channel, and this particular YouTube channel, as on date, has 6.2 million total video views, and these were not highly professionally edited videos that I pushed it out. I just took videos on my handycam, spoke about it, and I just pushed it out. So that is one of the key secrets of blogging, that you have to keep shipping, you have to keep publishing, and not try to get it done perfectly. Getting it done is better than getting it done perfectly. I wanted to move on to other things because I have been continuously doing this for 4 years. I got a good offer. I sold bikeadvice.in for $25,000, and I moved from my hometown Salem to a city like Bangalore. I live in Bangalore right now, and the lessons learned from my 4 years of blogging, I ended up learning so much about digital marketing, and I learned that as bloggers, our primary focus should be on creating value, because we never know what is the outcome from blogging that will end up coming in your life. So there are different ways to look at blogging success. You can have financial success. You will get experiences which you won't get even if you are ready to pay a price for that. You will meet great people in your journey, and you will have a ton of other opportunities, and there is no way you can predict what opportunities those will be. You will only know if you sit and blog. Can anyone be a blogger? Can you be a blogger? So the whole topic of this TEDx theme is be. And I want to talk about, can you be a blogger, and can you be the person who experiences the rewards that comes from blogging consistently. We all have an inherent need to share knowledge with fellow humans, and humans have a general itch to answer questions. If I ask you what is 223 plus 277, can someone answer? Yes. So you see that there is an itch, and you know that it's not something like 2 plus 2 equal to 4. It definitely takes a little bit of mental energy to bring out an answer. And you know that there are some people who have not thought as fast as you. And since you know the answer, there is a general itch that you have to just blurt it out. So this itch we all have, and this is the itch that we are going to capitalize on when we are in our blogging journey. So all these big web properties like Yahoo Answers, Quora, Facebook groups, online forums, everything is built on the itch for humans to help other fellow humans with the answers that they know. Now I want to talk about another blogging case study, a good friend of mine whose life changed because of blogging. This is Pradeep Goyal, and Pradeep Goyal started in 2013. He started his first startup and he failed miserably. In May 2015, he started blogging about personal finance because he understood that he's actually good with personal finance than most of his friends and relatives. He was just blogging 1 to 2 articles a month. Blogging need not be a volume game. You can just publish 1 to 2 articles a month, and these were in-depth articles on personal finance. He published 30 articles in 18 months, and he started living his dream. So his dream was always to be with his family, travel wherever he want to, and still work. He scaled up the revenue from $0 to $3,000 per month. So he still makes more than 2 lakhs a month from just his blog. And last year he took a 60-day vacation in Bali with his family, and then he was in Thailand for 50 days. And he keeps blogging and keeps working while he is on his vacations, and that is a dream come true for him. He was also awarded as the best personal finance blog by indie bloggers. All it takes is that you sit out, write content which is helpful for your readers, and just keep publishing, and the results will start to come. There is no exceptions. I have seen this happen so many times with so many people that it's just mind-blowing that not enough people are taking blogging seriously. I want to talk about how blogging changed my life again before we go ahead and talk about how you can start blogging. So in 2013, I started working as a digital marketer when I moved from Salem to Bangalore. And the blogging bug bites me again. Since I was not blogging about motorcycles anymore, I wanted to start blogging again, and I started blogging about digital marketing. So this is another way to look at it, whether I can revalidate the whole success with blogging, whether I can redo the success that I had with my motorcycle blog. So this was the blog I started. It was called Digital Deepak. At that time, I was just looking for a good name related to digital marketing, and I just went ahead with it. Initially, the idea was just to add it to my resume as an added profile weightage. So I wrote in-depth articles on digital marketing. Whenever I executed digital marketing campaigns, I went ahead and wrote about it. I kept blogging for almost 5 years without any sign of results. So blogging is a much more, digital marketing is a much more competitive niche, and there are many people across the world blogging about digital marketing in a very good way. So it took a little bit longer for me to start seeing results. I was also in a full-time job, so I was not able to dedicate my full time to blogging. I published 2 to 3 articles a month, and I kept doing it for 5 years, and the whole point of doing it was because I enjoyed writing about digital marketing, and also when you write something that you actually understand it better. When you put it in a format that is easily understandable to others, you are actually going to understand it in a much better way. Eventually, all the blogging activities kind of positioned me as an authority on the topic of digital marketing because I wrote about it. It helped me go through interviews easier, and I had the opportunity to work with all these amazing startups which were like one of the top startups in India, and I just breezed through the interview process easily and gained immense work experience with digital marketing. I kept blogging. So today we have more than 241,000 followers on Facebook just for my blog. I built a group on Facebook. I called the group Learn Digital Marketing, and this group eventually grew to more than 78,000 members. Today this group is the largest digital marketing learning group in India. As a blogger, I've always enjoyed sharing my thoughts, and though I'm an introvert, I enjoy speaking and sharing my thoughts. So eventually this also led to a lot of speaking opportunities in the digital marketing niche. I was invited to speak at many events. I conducted my own workshops and wanted to teach digital marketing to my blog followers and readers. This also led to invitation to many conferences. I was able to go with a free pass to these conferences. So recently I went to Affiliate World Asia in Thailand to kind of meet the who's who of the digital marketing industry. This TEDx talk happened because of the reach of my blog. So I hope by now you are convinced that blogging is powerful. This also led to building a digital marketing agency and a training startup with a team of 8 people. And I have quit my job. I do digital marketing full time. I run an agency and a training business. And all this opportunity was because I was blogging with no results in sight for 5 years, day in and day out, just because I enjoyed the process of blogging. So I hope I don't need to convince you anymore that blogging can in fact change your life. I definitely cannot tell you what the outcome will be, but I'm confident that if you keep giving the input, the output is going to be inevitable. I don't know what you enjoy talking about. I don't know what you are good at, but I can confidently say that if you share those thoughts with others, you are going to go ahead and have a wonderful experience as whatever you are going to get out of this blogging journey. Blogging will have an impact on your life, no doubt. So you might have these questions in your mind. How do you get started blogging? Is the technology very complex? There are a lot of things that is involved in making blogging work. But the good thing about blogging is that you don't need to learn everything before you get started. All you need to do is get started and things will fall in place automatically. The technology is simple now, and there are many blogging tools and content management systems that have made it easier. All you need to do is that you need to go ahead and start a self-hosted WordPress blog, go to wordpress.org, download the software, buy a domain for 500 rupees, buy a hosting account for 1000 rupees, that's all it takes, and you can start sharing your thoughts and your opinions, what you are good at, to the world. You need to go ahead, write your first article and publish. That is the most difficult thing that's going to be in your blogging journey. You have to overcome writer's block. You need to think about it this way. If your friend needs advice from you for something that you know that you are the best person for him, how would you help him? Would you go ahead and write an email to him? How would the email be? All you need to do is take that content, put it on your blog, and just publish it. Write your first article, and then blogging success will come your way. You just have to go ahead and spread the word. Once you write, share the post with your friends, share it on social media, share it on like-minded Facebook groups. It could be anything. Go ahead and build a subscriber base of followers. People who start liking your content would want to hear from you again. So you can open a Facebook page, you can have a Twitter account, you can start attracting like-minded people as readers, and eventually you will have thousands of people following you because they like your thoughts on your particular topic. You might have this question that who will read from me? Is my content worth enough? Will your thoughts and opinions on your blog be of any value? I can confidently say yes, because as you start writing, you become an expert. You did not start as an expert to start writing. You start writing, you become an expert, and it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You will never know until you get started, but take my word for it, get started, and you will know the value of it. Blogging is also not journalism. Blogging is actually more than journalism. Alex from The Next Web, he put it very nicely when he said, journalism is more about raw information in, packaged information out. It's just a collection of facts. Blogging is journalism plus opinion. People want to read opinions, not just facts. Recently, we conducted a survey on my Learn Digital Marketing group. I asked people, where do you get most of your information from, and where do you prefer to get it from? You can see that it's definitely in favor of blog posts by authority bloggers. They don't want to read the news, they don't want to read the newspaper or magazines or radio or online news publications. People want to read from blogs, and they want to get opinions, not just facts. You might be having this question, now how do I choose a topic for my blog? What do I blog about? Just go ahead and think, what do you like talking about? What are you naturally good at? What is the topic that you usually talk about when you are among your friends? That is probably the topic that you have to go after. What are you interested in? Are you interested in cars, bikes, plants, health, politics? It could be anything. You just have to go and write, and you will be seen as an expert eventually as you start writing. And no matter how many blogs there are out there, your perspectives and your opinions is always going to carry weightage, and if it is unique, people are going to listen to you. And blogging as a general rule is not a winner-take-all market. Every critic's thought is worth spreading, and it's not like there is going to be one blog in a particular topic which is going to take away all the traffic. So you need to think about what blogging success means to you. Do you want to get new experiences? Do you want to build your personal network? Do you want to spread the word? Do you want to help people? It could be anything. The result of blogging could be anything. It could be having a non-profit motive as well. And it doesn't always mean financial success, right? Even though financial success is definitely part of most of the successful bloggers that I know. So when I'm going to see your blog, thank you.